got to go back a little bit because you went to OU,
Mm-hmm.
which is known as the party school.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I know there's rules. You're not supposed to kiss and tell and whatnot, but I
Man,
just want to know how crazy was it?
man, listen. OU is probably, first of all, when I went there, OU, the campus is so nice. OU is like probably like the epitome of what, like if you watch some of these school days or school type programs of what college life is like, it's the epitome of that. Like, I walked into campus and I was just looking around like, man, this is just like they portrayed it in a movie. I'm like, man, is this? I always thought I wanted to go to MTV Spring Break, but look, here I am on MTV Spring Break in real life. I told my mom, I said, listen, after we went on the first visit, at the time, people wanted me to go to like, bigger schools. Like, I still had visits on the table. Like I had visits to go to Wisconsin, to go to Michigan, to go to these other schools. And I left OU because they were the first team to really kind of like offer me, and like they hammered me like, hey, come in the first recruiting week. And I remember I got there and I got there and it was probably a situation where we have a long 9-week break. So it really wasn't nobody on campus, but they had the football team and the basketball team. And there was like some track teams and some track people there. And I just remember going there and going to parties and realizing like, oh, I ain't going nowhere else. This is it. This is it for me. OU is the only place that I've seen dudes give back football scholarships. Like, you know what? Hey, here's what we're going to do. One of my roommates was like, he ended up losing his scholarship because of some different stuff. We was all roommates. And he had lost his scholarship, but basically there's like, all right, we're going to pay for one last year for you. And then you done. You're going to get this 4-year scholarship. You done. But we need that scholarship to get somebody else. He was like, cool. So he was just on scholarship, just going to class, doing his thing. My other roommate was like, hey, man. Went to the coach and was like, hey, dog, that deal you gave him, I'm trying to get that deal. They was like, that's not a deal. That's like that. That's not a situation. And the reason it was like that is because it's just the partying. Like, at OU, you can be somebody and not have a jersey, not be smart, not nobody. You could just throw the best parties and be the dude. Like you come in and there's people all around like, oh, that's so-and-so. He throws a party up on North High Street. That's so-and-so. You know who that is? He had like a 10-kegger and he had Harry Buffalo and he had a t-shirt contest. So like these guys is going crazy. OU is that place. And when I went.
So which guy were you? I just gotta
listen,
know.
I fought it out.
Okay.
My mom and dad wasn't playing no games. They're like, no, you're going to go over there and you're going to actually, to be truthful, I actually stayed 6 years and actually double majored. Like it was a way to prolong my death. I had got injured a year and I had to sit out for a year to get surgery over one of the semesters. So I graduated behind my class. So I figured that I was a couple credits short of, getting a double major. So I was just like, I'm going to stay again for 6 years. So OU is that it's everything is made out to be. It's destroyed lives. It's made great tales. And it's a period of time where if you ever say, would you give it back? I'll give it back a whole 2 weeks paycheck to give me a week back there. Just 1 week.
Just 1 week, bro.
I'm going back to college. I'm sorry.
Just
I'm going back.
time. And it was
I'm
crazy.
Going back to Athens, Ohio right now.
and it was so good. My brother came and saw me. Now, my brother is younger than me. He played football too. So he's like an offensive lineman or whatever. He was like, when he came up and would see us and we would throw these parties, I would have my cousins and different people coming up and they would show up and they just couldn't understand it. Like how many people was there and it blew their mind. My brother was like, I'm not going nowhere either. I'm going OU too. I already got a name there. They know who I am. I'm going. So me and my brother both went to OU and we both graduated from there. So best time of my life. I can't even.